priorities for the week would be the grants, keep going with onboarding emails. And then the third one is, I'm forgetting right now. Franco's Giveth documentation stuff that we chatted about. And that's pretty much it. So I will pass it to, let's see who's left here. Fischel.
Hi everyone, GM. I'm feeling happy, and my focus for this week is to start on processing payroll for November. And then intentions for this call is to listen, sync, and participate where I can. I'll pass it to Monique.
Hey guys, thank you. I'm feeling better. My focus for this week is backlog, guys. I mean, lots of things to do with my backlog. Lots of issues has to be written. And my intention for this call is just to try engage myself much more in the governance circle. And I pass it on to Jake.
Thank you. I'm feeling busy. Very productive day already. Focus for the week is grants. Fundraising would be the main one, even though I have a bunch of other stuff to go on. Intention for the call, just listen to what you got for us. And I will pass it to, hopefully, a feeling better Corey.
Hey, thanks, Jake. Yes, I am feeling better. I can talk again. Everything's cool. I'm just a little bit low energy from antibiotics, but back on track. And my focus for the week is lots of catch up. I hear you, Lauren. I feel like I have tons of work to do. So lots of reviews and Twitter stuff, and just making sure we have everything straightened out in comms. My intention for the call is to sync up and see where I should be putting my attention right now in governance. Just checking the list here. Nick Balls, I think you need to, I think you haven't gone yet. I'll pass it to you.
Thanks, Corey. Hello everyone. I'm feeling great. My focus for the week is I'm going to be doing some follow-ups on those who hasn't done their due buddy calls yet. And also lots of meeting for this week. The HR monthly call is happening this week as well. And just getting just being here. So that's my intention for the call. And I'm passing it to Claire.
Hi everyone, thanks Nico. I'm feeling good. I'm looking forward to the week ahead. My main focus for the start of the week, I'm working on a little forum proposal to create an interactive map pinning project impact locations. So I hope to get that up in the next day or two. And finalizing the project survey. I think that's the main things for this week. And my intention for the call today is to make sure I've not missed any governance actions. And there's a couple of proposals in the forum that I would like to hear any discussion, particularly the Itchy Vault, if we have a discussion on it. I'm passing to Griff.
Thanks, Claire. I'm feeling relaxed. I had a nice spa day yesterday. And my focus this week is, as always, investments, but also taking a break to hang out with Lauren's family. So that's fun. And intentions for this call, just to follow up and comment on all my favorite topics. I'll throw it over to Mateo.
Thank you, Reed. Hey guys, hope you have an excellent week coming. From my side, I expect it to be very productive. There are many advancements on the fiat exploration. We have many ways to bring fiat to Giveth, and they are all coming around, so that's cool. That will be my focus on the week. Besides that, I'm not distracted, just want to participate as much as I can. And that's it. I'll pass it to Santi.
Thank you, Mateo. Good morning, everyone. Feeling great today. A little cold Just temperatures just drop here. I'm gonna be focused this week on final details on the PFP collection, and hopefully start working with Kai and the Trusted Notes guys on the recycling data, and also with Claire on mapping on creating an interactive map for the excellent dashboard that the guys just created for the projects. And I'm passing it to, I think she's still missing.
We can sling it to Mo.
Thanks. I'm feeling good. Just here for sync up with everyone and see what's going on. And my focus this week is finally actually finishing the onboarding plan for the multi-level account. Who should I pass?
Sorry, I just understood Santi.
Sorry.
I think Richie's is still left.
Hello, good morning, everyone. I feel positive this week. My purpose this week is to organize better my work schedule. And for this meeting, I would like to understand what you are voting in the forum, the N or give. All the vocabulary around give is kind of confusing for me, so I would like to understand better. Thank you. Have a good week.
I haven't gone yet, so I could just go.
Ashley.
I'm feeling pretty good today, super busy. Also, I have a lot of things on my to-do list, but I also feel like I've checked already quite a few off this morning, so that's great. My focus for this week, let's see. I want to push forward on getting change projects on the platform and replace our giving block projects, or at least make some headway there. I want to focus on jumpstarting this podcast as well as meet the makers this week. We're going to maybe look at strategic outreach to some influencers soon and help Claire finish up this project survey. I think those are my main focuses. Intentions for the call, stream, and sync up and see what's up in governance. I think you already got the give backs votes on the agenda, so yeah, we'll see that later. And I think I'm the last one.
Oh, Mary Jaff just joined. I don't know if I want to put her on the spot. Welcome.
Thank you.
Tell us, Mary Jaff, how you're feeling, what your focus is this week, and if you have any intentions for this call.
I tested the default donation task, and I think it's deploy on production. And I tested some tasks about notification center, and I will waiting about some update about gift folder tasking, and I retest this task. That's it. Thank you.
And how are you feeling?
I'm good. Okay.
Great. That's the
Thank
important
you.
part. Make sure I get that down. Okay, great. That's all the check-ins, I think. Let's go down into some priority stuff. Looks like Heather dropped some stuff in here. Volunteers to look over the WorkDAO partnership with Heather. I guess you got a document or something to look at?
Yeah, so I got a pretty long page, 6-page, very lots of legal words from WorkDAO that is actually supposed to be a DAO or form added as a DAO forum post. It's super legal. So I would love if one or two people, ideally people with some sort of law experience, could look over the document with me, because I think, for me, I want to have a clean partnership with them and not kind of agree to something that I'm not knowing that we're agreeing to. So Yeah, 1 to 2 people would be really helpful. And I would like to make it more concise because I think 6 pages is kind of a lot. So yeah, and any volunteers would be great.
Yeah. I know Santi used to lead a legal working group once upon a time.
I can give a hand. I'm not an English speaking guy, but I have some experience from TEC, so I can go over it. Heather.
Yeah, thanks. That will be great. I'll send you a private message and get your email because it's a restricted document. So
sounds good.
Thank you.
Great. Thanks, Heather. Yeah, I put this in the agenda here, and we'll see it a couple more times. The proposal went through the forum to make this transfer from the Give Garden to our NRGive. And it needs 10% of the voting supply. These types of votes are extremely hard to pass because they can basically do anything in the Give Garden. So if you guys want to go get this through, everybody needs to vote on this. Like, it really, really needs as many tokens as possible voting to get it to pass and make the transfer. And so this is set to close in 1 day. And if it doesn't get another 6%, it's going to fail. And then we'll have to restart the whole process. So, yeah, get in there, vote. I left a lot of messages in the governance channel, kind of explaining what this is doing. The script was reviewed by Kai and by Sam, so I think it looks pretty good. So go ahead and please vote on it because, yeah, we're kind of blocked if this doesn't go through in some other areas. Any questions? Kind of important, so I want to leave a space if anyone has anything. Okay. Next important thing, Monique mentioned it on the dev call. I've mentioned it a few times. Vitor upgraded our token log, so now it's actually working properly. But all the votes are reset. So, because, well, they were wrong, frankly, before. So we need to get in there and vote. The thing is like, if you guys want something done, like if you want devs to work on something, we need to give priority to it somehow. Because, I mean, you know, there's probably like 20 issues in here, and, you know, people going across and just saying, hey, devs, do this, like, and pushing things on GitHub issues, like, it just makes things a big, huge mess. So, for the sake of sanity, for people like Lauren and Monique, like, we need to use this somehow to organize how we spend our dev power. So get in here on token log. You can vote using your Give tokens and your wrapped Give tokens on Gnosis chain. It takes the sum of those, and, you know, 1 token is 1 vote. So please go in here and engage that Monique has an idea of like how he should be allocating issues and prioritizing things.
Hey, I have a question about this. Once we stake our tokens to these things, how do we change our vote? Can we change our vote, or our tokens stay there until it passes? Or
That's a great question. I don't know how you used to do it before. I think you can type in like, let's see if I'm connected. I'm connected.
yeah, I was looking at it earlier. I was trying to do like a minus and see if it would work.
At least in V1 you cannot. No, in V1 you couldn't. I don't think you can in V2 either until the issue is closed. So once you vote for it, then your votes are stuck there. You can't take them away. At least in V1. But then when they close, the issue gets closed.
Yeah, the votes unlocked. That's probably for the better, because, I mean, you probably just don't want things like roadmap features just changing place at week to week.
No, totally. I just think I'll probably hold off on some of my. I probably won't just like stake all of my tokens in right away if I can't change it at some point. So it's good to know that when voting. Thanks. That was it.
Great, thank you. Monique already beat me to it. Nice. Great. So if there's
Just
no
for
other,
information, sorry,
Yeah.
the URL has been changed. If you use it somewhere else before, you beware about the links and the forums.
yeah, I went through on Friday and I changed a lot of the links to update to the new one.
Thank you.
But if you find any, change them. Okay. Keep on moving down here. In the multi-sigs, I couldn't find anything as of last night to sign. In the snapshot there, the ending the give drop on December 24th passed. So that is closed. In the Give Garden, just the one that I just mentioned, the Give Garden transfer to the NR Give. So if you've got wrapped Give tokens on Gnosis chain, you can use that to vote. Ashley threw up this morning. One is to distribute givebacks for round 23. And then the next one is for distributing nice tokens for the same round as well. So if you have NR Give, you can vote on both of those and they will end in less than 24 hours. Okay, any questions or comments on that stuff before we move to the forum?
Yeah, sorry, I have a question, a newbie question, and I was ashamed to ask about it, but I went about to. What is NR Give? Or
Oh, good for you. I was just updating the governance process documentation with the whole thing. It's even in Spanish and Turkish and Portuguese if you want. I'll drop it there for your breachies, but basically this is for people who have been around for 3 months or longer. They get minted quarterly, these reputation tokens essentially, and then that allows them to vote on some core contributor decisions. And then every quarter we went more and more and more. So like the longer you've been around, the more reputation or like voting power you have in this DAO here.
thank you.
I want, this kind of brings up a formality, but I heard Jake call it inner give, like inside, the inner team. I really like that. I don't know, how do you guys feel about calling it inner give instead of NR give?
NR Give. The token is new reputation give, but you can call it inner give if you want to make it feel like a cult.
I mean, Cult DAO is very inspiring.
I like the play on words, but I don't feel like changing it everywhere.
Well, it's just about how you pronounce it, not how you type it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we could just call it inner give, but I'm not going to write it down. Okay, great. So then let's move on to the forum. Q3 vesting. I threw this up on Friday. And so this is for the last quarter that ended. I used the same method as before. I added in the new contributors and I updated it and posted the amounts and a little bit more about how we actually calculate it. So go through, see if I made any mistakes. If you have an understanding of how it works, then go through and maybe try and like make sure I put everything in right. And if it looks good and there's no problems, then I'll move forward making the vote later this week. Any questions or comments on this?
Thank you, Mitch.
You're welcome.
Praise.
Yeah, we got to get all you newbies some voting power. Okay. Next thing I heard from the check-ins, the Giveth Hodl Vault with Ichi. And so we were talking about this a bit last week in the research call. And basically this Ichi is offering to deploy a Uni v3 position with Give tokens and Ichi. So it's like, it works with like a whole bunch of Give and a little bit of Ichi. And it's supposed to create just like deep liquidity on mainnet using mostly just Give tokens, which we have abundance of. So there's not much that has to happen from a larger governance perspective. We have the one Give multi-sig that holds like 6 million Give or something like that we just basically vote to allocate if we choose to go through with it. But
it would be a snapshot vote, right?
We could go for a snapshot vote, yeah. But like the multi-sig's already set up and the funds are already moved and allocated somewhere for something, so one Give related. Okay. Any other questions or comments? Like I know Claire, you wanted to bring this up.
Yeah, more because it's quite complicated and I didn't fully understand what's involved and how it creates more liquidity. I think that was mainly the thing. I don't feel that I'm in a position to vote on it just yet. So I've got a bit more digging around to do.
Mm-hmm. Maybe correct me if I'm wrong, but it makes liquidity by pairing the Give with Ichi, and then Ichi is like paired with a whole bunch of other stuff, which creates the liquidity on mainnet. Maybe I'm wrong, Griff.
Yep. Nope, you're right. You nailed it. It's like we put a whole bunch of Give in a Uni v3 pool, and then it's paired against Ichi. So if someone wants to buy Give, there's a whole bunch of Give that they can buy and the price won't move so much. Now, if someone wants to sell Give, there's no help for them there. So there's nothing, it's not easy to sell because we're only putting up Give to buy. And so if someone wants to buy it with DAI, then they go to Uniswap and they sell DAI for Give and the price won't change that much because in the back, Uniswap will route it DAI to Ichi, and then they'll buy Ichi, and then they'll sell Ichi for Give, and they'll get Give. And then Ichi will be put into our pool, and so now there's a little bit more sell liquidity as people buy it, technically too.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, that helps.
Awesome. Cool. I didn't take any notes. And create. The next thing I have on here is the infamous fiat donations. And it sounds like Mateo is making pretty good progress on there. And maybe just go ahead and tell us what you got.
Yeah, I was about to make an update on the forum post, but I haven't, so I will do it today or tomorrow. So essentially, I finally met with Brian from the SDG. We already have a plugin for the donor box to receive fiat donations, particularly to the Giveth campaign. We are planning to see how we can connect our databases to find the best way to bring all of the projects to this option. That is basically sending money to the SDG account, and we have to see how we make the the disbursement for them. So that's one part. I've been meeting also with Jazz. There is an opportunity with Radicals to integrate drips to Giveth, and they are offering to give us a grant just for the sake of making a research on bringing fiat implementation, for the drips also. So it's super cool. We are taking a look at that and see if it's also feasible to handle it. And I think I'm missing something. On Ramper. We are almost done to ring on Ramper. That is essentially buying crypto on behalf of the donors, on behalf of the projects. So you essentially buy crypto using fiat, and the projects grab Ether or DAI or whatever crypto that is available. So we are attacking the fiat in 3 ways, and those are essentially the parts that we are handling to see what's the best way to do it. So I'll try to make a summary of all as said on the forum and keep discussing. The hardest part is seeing how the SDG is going to work, because we have to find a way to, if we are going to grab all that money in fiat, we have to find the best way to give it to the projects, and we have to make a verification. I think that there should be a longer, more detailed process to give the projects an opportunity to receive fiat. So that's it. I'll pass it to you, Mitch.
So what I want to understand is, are we offering or the idea is making a fiat to fiat solution?
The idea is, kind of like that, using the SDG funds. All the legal part are being handled by them. Brian says that we are able to make it happen for many projects, but the scalability is going to be an issue over time, because there has to be someone that makes the disbursement or the wire transfer to the bank account, and that's going to be annoying. So that's why we are only beginning to receive donations to us as a Giveth project, and then we can see what's the best way to do it for any project in the future.
This is a really interesting topic, because I'm wondering what's the point of making a fiat to fiat solution? Doesn't that seem kind of against the point of what we're doing?
Yeah, +1 on that here.
Just go use GoFundMe or Kickstarter. If you want fiat to fiat, they're not going to get givebacks. They're basically excluded from the whole system.
The other part that I talked with Brian is that the fiat that we receive, we can make an exchange to crypto. So in that moment, we can maybe handle the give back. So there is a way to handle it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, from my point of view, I think working towards allowing fiat donations is fine, but off-ramping to fiat, I don't think we need to do that. It's projects receive crypto and that's it. And we want them to be part of the Web3 ecosystem, and we want them to be part of the gig economy. I don't see a point just allowing them to off-ramp through Giveth. Now, we're not a project or product that does that.
Yeah.
And so allowing fiat donations, yes. Off-ramping to fiat, no.
Mm-hmm. Accepting donations through the SDG, turning it into crypto, maybe through on-ramp or something, and then dispersing it to the project.
Whatever happens on the background, the user doesn't really care. And we shouldn't put that in front of their face. So you want to donate to project? Yeah, sure. Go ahead. Go here. You can do that with fiat. You can do that with crypto, whatever. Projects receives the crypto at the end. How do we manage that? It's really up to us. The projects don't care about that, and they shouldn't be caring about that. They should just get the funds in their wallets, and that's basically it. So I think like whatever we do, we should encourage users to participate in the gig economy at every step, you know?
Yeah, I agree with all of that. I will be working with Brian hand to hand and see what's the best way to handle that. He's very open to see all the options. It is the first time that I bring this topic to everyone because it's very recent. I just had the meet up with him last Friday. So I'll put everything on the summary on the forum post and we can keep the discussion there. But I think that we can all agree that it's essentially we have to make a way to bring more people to Web3 and not just do the fiat to fiat off-ramping. I think that I will be pushing to that. And that makes sense. Thanks, Marco and Mitch, for your comments.
Yeah, no worries.
I also want to give a quick take from my side on that. I agree with everything that you have said, and I also believe that it's way better. Like on-ramping, it's great. Off-ramping, not necessarily. But just from the project's perspective, I think that the value of, instead of going to GoFundMe, also being able to use Giveth to receive fiat is to have a one-stop shop for receiving donations. And I think, that can be very, it can be a catalyzer for Giveth adoption.
I don't know if this is time to discuss this subject. I do respectfully disagree with that. Mitch, I don't want to steal the time for the governance call. Maybe we can just have a discussion separately about this.
Yeah, we got a sweet forum post where we can all do the. Go ahead, Mateo.
Yeah, let me update it and then we can discuss it. I'll put everything that you said here and then we can keep it there.
I think the biggest thing is it's a lot of work to integrate off-ramping anyway. So if it's debatable, then we just shouldn't do it at all because it's so much scope, so much fucking scope.
Wire transfers to any country on the planet, like what?
I want a lawyer to look at this shit. We don't have a lawyer, so like no way. We just can't. The scope is too large for the benefit.
Sounds horrible. Then we get wrapped up in politics, like where we're sending fiat to, and like, well, God knows what.
Yeah, are we sending money to Iran? Are we sending money to Venezuela? Oh my God.
Russia? Like, you don't want to.
But that's what, just to clarify, you're talking about off-ramping specifically, right? Yeah.
Like if you do fiat to fiat, then like you're sending fiat to a country from a legal entity, and it's like, then you're getting wrapped up in a whole nother world that we sought to leave.
Yeah, it's essentially all of the.
Griffey's gone. He's out of here.
Brian gave me all of the solutions that the SDG is able to do, so I just put it on the table. But yeah, it's essentially against our goal. That's true.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well, I'm gonna leave this one before we get wrapped up in our own politics. But PSAs down here, as Nico mentioned, organize some buddy reviews. I'm overdue with my new buddy Lauren. I gotta have a chat with her, see what's going on. Self-review forum, leaving some feedback for yourself and for Giveth, and contributor feedback forum to leave feedback for any fellow Giveth contributor at any point in time you want. Okay, not just for a buddy call. You can leave feedback for anybody who is a contributor in Giveth. And make sure you get a buddy call going every 3 months, and let Nico know. Great. Well, I got one more thing on the agenda. It was Almond's birthday on Saturday. Woo!
Birthday!
Happy birthday! Let's fire up those cameras, guys, and let's sing some happy birthday. Unmute. Let's see your faces. I know you have them.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Yay.
I mean, not to tell anybody my birthday. Gotcha.
Yeah, when's Giantkind's birthday? We gotta get him. Okay, thanks everyone. That's all I got.
Thanks,
You can have your 19 minutes back.
Thank you.
Take care. Don't forget to go to the garden. I'll hunt you down.